Jim Carrey and Ace Ventura when nature calls tonight at 8:30 on UPN 57.
It's football. It's Philly and Dallas, but this game is in the house. It's Philly Soul Arena Bowl. Next. I just want to be able to Get ready for the excitement of arena football. It's week 2 action as the Philadelphia Soul make their first ever road trip, and where better to start it in Dallas, Texas, as they take on the Dallas Desperados at the American Airlines Center. Hello to everybody in Philadelphia. My name is Ori Wolf. I'm alongside Darren Kinney, who is a 3-time world champion in arena football. And Darren, when you talk about arena football, you always start with the quarterback. Going into week 1 last week, lots of questions about quarterback Nick Browder, but he was pretty solid in the loss last week.
Nick Browder played well. I think he played well enough to win. The offense as a whole needs to pick it up. We all know that 34 points in this league is not going to get it done.
Now, his 2 key offensive weapons are offensive specialist Tyrone Jones and wide receiver Ricky Ross. Now, Ricky Ross stepped up last week, but Darren, Tyrone Jones did not have a great game, and he has been a superstar in this league.
Tyrone Jones did not have a game. It was uncharacteristic for him, but he has promised us big things tonight, so I'm looking forward to watching him tonight.
Now, lots of turmoil for the Dallas Desperados. A year ago, they won their division. They finished 10-6, and many people thought they had a chance to win the whole thing. Instead, they lose in the first round of the playoffs. In the offseason, they lose 6 key free agents, and then to make matters worse, in the preseason, they lose their starting quarterback, Jim Kubiak, for the year, and then just 3 days before the season starts, their head coach, Joe Avisano, you can't blame him. He takes a job as a special teams coordinator for the Oakland Raiders, and now new coaching staff has to come in and get the job done.
Yes, this team is definitely a team that's in transition, but the thing they have going for them is the coaching staff. Will McClay has been around this league for a long time. He's the new head coach. He will get the job done. Steve Tunn is another man who knows the arena football game. By the end of this year, this team will be a team that's going to be a contender.
Well, it should be a great game today, and we're going to be helped out on the broadcast by the 3rd member of our team, Rhea Hughes, who's down on the sideline.
Hey guys, I will be giving you the sideline view of the start of the newest Philadelphia-Dallas rivalry, the Soul versus the Desperados. Take it away, Ari.
Thank you very much, Rhea. Well, this is exciting stuff because for all the fans of football in Philadelphia, there's probably no team that they hate more than the Cowboys, and now they have a new team to hate in the Desperados.
This game is brought to you by Acme, helping make your life easier, by Petanera Relocation, and by Men's Warehouse. You're going to like the way you look.
There's the Philadelphia Soul head coach, Michael Trigg, a 3-time world champion, just like you, Darren, though he won 2 as a player and 1 as a coach. His title as a coach came in Grand Rapids in 2001, and Coach Trigg was very disappointed last week, not in the effort, but with some of the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and you can't blame him for that. There were a total of 19 penalties last week. 12 of them were accepted, so that is, as Coach Trigg said to us earlier, that is absolutely unacceptable.
Well, Coach Trigg will certainly have these guys ready to play today. And he knows the coach on the other side pretty well, Will McClay. Will McClay was his defensive coordinator in Grand Rapids for a couple seasons.
The staff knows each other very well. Steve Tunn was also an offensive coordinator with him in Milwaukee.
Jason Wells to kick it off for Dallas. The deep man is Ricky Ross. There's the kick. It's a short one. Ross from the middle of the end zone. He's at the 10. He's got a little bit of a seam. Stays on his feet across the 20 and out to the 22-yard line, where Philadelphia will start out 1st and 10. Quarterback Nick Browder last week in his first start, pretty solid. 23 for 37. Threw 3 touchdowns, also ran for a touchdown. He was a backup with Coach Trigg in Grand Rapids. And now with expansion with 19 teams, some guys who were backups now get a chance to start, and Nick hoping to take advantage of that.
Nick is absolutely open to take advantage of it. He played well enough to win last week, and he's hoping for bigger and better things this week.
Tyrone Jones, the offensive specialist, split far to the right, and he'll be joined on the right side by Ricky Ross. The give is to Chris Ryan, the fullback. Good gain on first down as he picks up close to 6 yards.
For 36, Ryan on the carry.
Now let's take a look at the Comcast high-definition starting lineups. First of all, for Philadelphia. offensive specialist Tyrone Jones. The receivers Ricky Ross and Darren Graham. Fullback Chris Ryan. And up front Patrick Scott, Eric Golston, and Dwayne Saab. Saab a little bit nicked up last week, but managed to practice a little bit and able to go this afternoon. Ross will be the motion man in the right slot. Browder feeling pressure, loses the football. It's loose. Dallas had it. Colston Weatherington couldn't come up with it, and now a fight for the ball.
Browder with a fumble on the play.
And I think the ball touched the sideline, in which case if nobody had possession, it would be Philadelphia ball, and it is. So Colston Weatherington had a chance to pick up the ball, Darren, and like most linemen, they wanted to take it in for the touchdown. As we take a look at the replay.
The coach will tell you the number one thing, get the ball. Don't try and scoop and run. Get the ball. We want the possession back. That's going to turn out to be a huge play before the end of this game.
So Philadelphia with 3rd and forever.
The Dallas bench, their first warning.
There's a warning against the Dallas bench. Today's referee is David Lambro.
Hey, American Airlines, are you ready?
But not the kind of situation that Philadelphia was looking for on the opening drive.
When we spoke with Coach Figueroa, one of his concerns was the line play. And right there, big number 55 brought the house. He had Harrison on skates.
Philadelphia needs to get to the Dallas 19-yard line. Jones will be the motion man on the left. And they want to throw it to the fullback on the flat. It's incomplete. But there is a penalty flag on the play.
There's a flag on the play. Flag brought to you by Carter Ison.
Nick Browder waiting patiently to get the call.
Offside. Defense, number 56. 5-yard penalty. Repeat the down. 3rd down.
Penalty against Henry Taylor. Let's do the Comcast high-definition starting lineup on the defense for Dallas. Shante Carver, Jamie Laverne, Ernest Allen up front. The linebackers Anthony Ladd and Duke Pettijohn. And the secondary, Jermaine Jones, Derek Stingley, and Will Pettis. I expect Dallas in the secondary to play a lot of man-to-man. We'll see what they do here on 3rd and long for Philadelphia. Browder on a 5-step, has time, and he misses Ricky Ross, who was open. So Ken Hensley, the kicker, will come on for a long field goal attempt.
Not the way the Soul wanted to start out the game today. Coach Trigg told us he was concerned about the line play. He was going to run the ball. He was going to throw some screens to take away that pass rush. But when you put yourself in a 3rd and long situation like that, these guys are just pinning their ears back, licking their chops, and bringing the rush. The offensive line is going to come in huge today.
Now the kick is going to be tried from the Philadelphia 5-yard line. So with the end zone's 8 yards, it's going to make it a 53-yard attempt for Ken Hensley. And the kick is blocked. And Hamill, a smart play, the savvy veteran back, bats the ball out the backside of the end zone. So that'll be a safety. And Dallas gets 2 points. Could have been worse, though. Hamill doesn't knock it out the backside of the end zone. It could have been recovered for a touchdown.
And that's a better move by Tom Hamill. But I'll tell you what, Colston Weatherton blocked the same field goal last week on a 40-yard attempt. They have to pay attention to special teams.
All right, we'll take a break and be back in a moment in Dallas.
Whiskey Tango, not just a tavern, not just a club, not just a sports bar, everything and a whole lot more.
His presentation to the board was in an hour, and while he managed to keep that dry, well, he wasn't. which is why he was pleased to discover that our selection of big and tall was not only extensive, but at prices that, well, wouldn't soak him. After all, he had enough of that for one day.
You'll find big and tall sizes at the Men's Warehouse.
You're going to like the way you look. I guarantee it.
Return this kickoff for a touchdown. Everybody expected
Slack's Hoagie Shack, featuring Philly's best cheesesteaks, hoagies, and wings. Slack's has 18 convenient locations to serve you. Visit Slack's online at slackshoagies.com or call 800-HOAGIES. Slack's Hoagie Shack, food for the soul.
Let's hear ya.
Philadelphia to kick it off following the safety. 50-yard field following the safety. You just kick it off. It's like following a touchdown or a field goal. And we've got whistles. And the referee, David Lambrose, seems to be having a conversation with everybody as they huddle up. Well, the problem on that first drive was there was just too much pressure on Nick Browder. He didn't even have a chance.
He had no chance whatsoever.
I think we're going to do it all over again, as he indicates they're going to reset the play clock.
A warning on the first offense. We'll re-kick.
Now, you were a center when you played. Did you ever get in trouble for snapping it too soon when the referee said, hey, we got to wait for TV to come back?
Never for TV. There was a couple times that I snapped a little early, especially against one player named James Barron. He brings a bull rush like nobody else, so you want to try and get a little extra step if you could, and sometimes I was a little too early.
Little answer. All right, so we'll do it all over again. Ken Hensley to kick it off. Will Pettis, the deep man for Dallas. And he had a 57-yard kick return last week for a touchdown. Last year as a rookie, he made the all-rookie team. He was actually second-team All-Arena, so this guy can play. Pettis plays it off the left side of the net. He bobbles it. It's still loose, and Jason Shelley will do the smart thing. Cover up the football at the 2. Dallas will start out 1st and 10.
Speaking with Coach Tom before the game, that was one of the concerns, special teams.
The quarterback for Dallas is Glenn Gantz. He's a guy who they brought in to be the backup, but Jim Kubiak, who last year set all kinds of records in the Arena Football League. He hurts his neck. He was done for the year. They went ahead and cut him. And so he got picked up by Detroit. So Glenn Gant, who's only prior to the season started one game for Carolina last season, gets a chance to be the full-time starter. On a 3-step drive, he's going to go deep up the right side. Bobby Scipio's open. He'll take it 10-5. Touchdown, Dallas.
The rush just wasn't there. You know, the same thing happened to Travis Seaton last week. They give it a pump fake. Travis fights on the pump fake, and Scipio takes it long for the touchdown.
Well, talking to their offensive coordinator, Steve Tunney, said even though we lost the big-name receivers in Diallo Burks and Andy McCullough, he said they felt pretty good because you bring in a guy like Bobby Scipio, who's kind of like an Andy McCullough in the fact that he's got good size and speed. And that time, the quarterback had so much time to just wait that there was no chance as Bobby Scipio took it for the touchdown. Jason Wells on for the extra point. Gant sets it down, kick on the way, and it is good. So 10:26 remaining in the first quarter, and so far it's all Dallas as they lead Philadelphia 9-0. This is quite a reversal for them. A week ago, they found themselves trailing 14-0. Oh, we are going to take a break here. Hopefully, Philly can turn this around. Check that. We're going to keep it right here. But Darren, if you're Philadelphia, granted your expansion team, and almost everybody on the roster has played arena football. These kind of things happen early in the game. Talk about just staying the course and staying together, because Dallas last week, they got down early but ended up coming back to tie the game. They eventually lost. Talk about the mental part of staying together when you get down early in the game.
You know, that's the team. This team is trying to find itself. It's trying to find some leadership. Someone has to step up and say, hey, guys, we are not an expansion team. We are a team that's played together. We have veterans on this team. It's time to start playing like it.
Now we have a replay of the touchdown. It was a beautiful throw from Glenn Gant to Bobby Scipio.
Scipio, Travis Seaton bit on the pump fake, and Scipio takes it in for 6.
Let's hear ya.
Jason Wells to kick it off. Very very short kick. Ricky Ross is going to try to come up and play it. Bounce off the barrier board. It looked like a fan may have interfered. I think they're going to say it may have hit the sideline. The two officials will discuss it.
There's no doubt about it. There was fan interference. He reached right over and caught the ball. Well, interfered with the ball. He touched it. Just didn't have good enough hands to catch it.
And in this league, if a ball goes into the stands, the fans are allowed to keep it. Well, take a look. Yeah, well, it's kind of tough to tell. So they reached out and made an effort for it. And now we'll get an explanation.
Fan interference with the opportunity to test the kick results in a touchback, falls to the 5-yard line, first down.
See if Philadelphia can get its offense cranked up.
Come on, American Airlines Center. Let's do this again.
That's pretty good. Fans certainly have a good time at these games. You're so much closer to the action than compared to the outdoor game.
You literally get a chance to participate in the game.
Compton and Ross split to the right. Now Tyrone Jones will come in motion. Pump fake. They set up the screen to Ricky Ross. He's across the 15. And up to the 16-yard line. So Philadelphia gets their first down here. Those are Ricky's stats from a week ago. 9 catches, 95 yards, and a touchdown. And Ricky, the captain, one of 2 captains along with Travis McDonald. And I know both of us very impressed with the way Ricky Ross carries himself at practice. And an all-team function, this guy really is a leader. So 1st and 10. Router on a 3-step, gets it to Tyrone Jones, who's immediately buried by Will Pettis.
Number 6, Jones. Hammered on the play by number 3, Will Pettis for your next.
Gain of 6 on the play. Will Pettis is a dynamic two-way player. I mean, he actually really think about him in 3 ways. Not only offensive defense, but with his ability on kick returns, he's really a triple threat.
There's no doubt about it. And Coach Trigg made reference to Will Pettis about how he was probably arguably the best Arena 2 football player out there.
Longtime veteran Gary Compton in motion. Set up a wide receiver screen. Ricky Ross has it and the first down. As he's tackled at the 20-yard line.
Ross, tackled by Pettytown on the play, set up for a first down, Philadelphia.
Let's do the Comcast high definition. Starters on defense for Dallas. Shante Carver, Jamie Laverne, Ernest Allen. Linebackers Anthony Ladd and Duke Pettijohn. In the secondary, Jermaine Jones, Derek Stingley, and Will Pettis.
Toby's in the house.
1st and 10 for the Soul as they try to get on the scoreboard, trailing 9-0. Browder has time. Go out right side. Ricky Ross has it. Tackle by Will Pettis. 13-yard line. There is a penalty flag on the play.
There is a flag on the play. Flag brought to you by Carter Eisen.
Illegal defense, illegal twist by linebacker number 56. 5-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Now, you as a former lineman can break down the rules. It is very strict on how you can rush the quarterback.
It's an illegal twist. There's only one linebacker that's allowed to blitz, and he's only allowed to come through the guard's A or B gap. If he goes outside the end, that's an automatic penalty, which is a first down.
Now we'll take a look at the replay.
Let's get the ball back. Let's make some noise.
And we lost it there, but Duke Pettijohn tried to come around outside the gap, and that's who got whistled for the penalty. The blitzing linebacker is referred to as the MAC in this league.
Linebacker. The non-blitzing linebacker is considered the jack.
Browder slings it out to his left, and Gary Compton with the catch. Now, Gary Compton is a guy, I mean, I feel like he's been in the league since day one. This is the 18th year of arena football. He is now in his 13th season, and he's a Texas guy. Played at East Texas State. He said he's got about 35 people here coming to cheer him on today.
So you know he's wanting to put on a good show for everybody today.
His best year was back in '98. He had over 100 catches, close to 1,500 yards, and 33 touchdowns with the Milwaukee Mustangs. 2nd and a short 5. Browder. And it's dropped by Gary Compton, who was open on the slant.
Gave him the old commentator jinx. You speak about him in the next play. Comes up a little short.
I'll take the blame because it'll happen again. 6:20 and counting here in the first quarter. Dallas leading Philadelphia 9-0. Dallas last year was in the Central Division, but when Philly came in, it made natural sense to try to do what the NFL has done with their Eastern Division and have the AFL Eastern Division have both Philadelphia and Dallas. New York also in the division, and next year perhaps Washington. Well, this time they go back to the slant, and this time the catch is made, and first and goal coming up for Philadelphia.
Setting on the spot.
And that's what you do with a guy with Gary Compton. You know, he's a veteran. He knows how to play the game. Runs a slant pattern again. Browder hits him right in the chest, gets the first down.
Browder gets the play call from head coach Michael Trigg.
Now you gotta really make some noise.
Travis McDonald is the fullback. First and goal at the 2. Ross will be the motion man. Browder will hand it to Ross, and he gets tripped up at about the 1-yard line.
This is the time of the game, folks, where you'll see more run plays. Actually, when you get inside the red zone, the field becomes shorter, and it makes it more difficult to throw touchdown passes.
Well, it's just because there's just no place to go.
There's no place to go.
Because then the jack linebacker, who can only play between the defensive tackles and 5 yards back, well, he doesn't need to go much further because he's already in an 8-yard end zone. So things do get cluttered, and you will see far more running plays inside the red zone, which in arena football is considered from the 10-yard end. Second goal, they give to McDonald. He's in there. Touchdown, Soul.
44, McDonald, the ball.
And that's your classic run play inside the goal line. You're going to run it right at the jack linebacker. He's your wide receiver linebacker. He's a small guy. You give it to a big guy like Travis McDonald, and his job is just to run him over.
Travis McDonald running into Bobby Scipio. I'll take that every time because you want to get the matchup against the jack linebacker because the jack linebacker usually not as physical as the Mac linebacker, and it'll work to perfection. So Ken Hensley on for the extra point. Todd Hamill sets it down, kick on the way, and it is good.
I like the character of that drive there. Dallas was turning up the pass rush. That first drive was awful for them. Coach Tree called the plays, little short 3-step drops, and they did a nice job and took it all the way in for the score.
So Philadelphia gets on the board, a 1-yard touchdown run for Travis McDonald. We'll be back with more football in a moment.
In competition, injuries happen. It's part of the game. And to get back your level of performance takes a lot of hard work, discipline, and the best health care. Health South is the nation's leading provider of outpatient diagnostic, surgery, and rehabilitation services. So we can help you get back fast to the action, the competition, and the glory. We know your body. We understand your spirit. We get you back.
Slack's Hoagie Shack. If you're going out, do it right.
How fast can you get Comcast digital cable? How does tomorrow sound? With Comcast Express Connect, just call right now.
Comcast?
And get installed tomorrow.
Hi.
Enjoy an incredible variety of channels. And on demand, pick a show, play it whenever. Plus ask about high-definition TV. All at your house tomorrow, installed free. Then it's just $19.95 a month for 3 months. Fast enough for you? But you need to call 1-800-COMCAST right now.
Enter the Food for the Soul sweepstakes with your SuperCard purchase at Acme. You could win a $100 Acme gift card and a Soul t-shirt. Acme, helping make your life easier.
Ken Hensley with the kickoff, and it goes underneath the crossbar, so it'll be an automatic touchback, and Dallas will start out 1st and 10 from their own 5-yard line. Hey, Darren, what you were talking about a moment ago, just so important for Philadelphia to get some points on that drive and sort of get themselves into today's game.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think they made the right play decision there, taking the pressure off of Nick Browder and keeping the pressure off the line.
Glenn Gant under center. This time it's Shondell Tucker in motion. Little wide receiver screen to Anthony Ladd. And he gets up to the 18-yard line. And let's learn a little bit more about Nick Browder from Rhea Hughes.
Ari, Nick Browder grew up idolizing former Eagle quarterback Randall Cunningham, his current boss, former Eagle quarterback and current team president of the Soul, Ron Jaworski. Grew up in the same neighborhood as Donovan McNabb. Now, if he can be as successful as those three quarterbacks and get better line play like he did in that last drive, the fans in Philadelphia will love him with the Soul.
Well, thank you, Rhea, and that is true. And he made a Randall Cunningham-esque play a week ago when it looked like he was going to be sacked twice. Put his hand on the field, spun out of it. And the MAC linebacker there jumped C.J. McClain. A free play for Dallas, and that's incomplete. As Gant was looking for Jason Shelley.
What happened there was number 42, C.J. McClain, I'm sorry. Nose guard's butt. If you do that, that's an automatic penalty.
Encroachment of the second neutral zone defense. 5-yard penalty. Repeat the down. First down.
So he's back there behind the initial line of scrimmage, and he cannot sort of try to get a running start. He can't try to guess the snap count. He absolutely has to wait until the ball is snapped to start to rush the quarterback.
You must wait till the ball is snapped. In years past, you were allowed to time it up right at the snap, but they've changed the rules since then.
1st and 5 for Dallas. They lead 9-7. 2:40 remaining here in the opening quarter. And they give it to the fullback, Kevin Aldridge. Good hard running. He's very close to a first down. And let's go to the Comcast High Definition starting offense for Dallas. Offensive specialist Jason Shelley. Receivers Will Pettis and Bobby Scipio. The fullback, Duke Pettijohn. And up front, Shante Carver, Jamie Laverne, and Ernest Allen. So just second in, I'd say just a few inches. All three receivers to the right. And now Shelley in motion alone on the left. Gant's going to get it out to Shelley, who's drilled into the boards by Keita Crispino. Crispino, a Philadelphia guy, Lincoln High School, then played college ball at Temple. As we take a look at the Comcast High Definition starting defense, the guys up front, Patrick Scott, Eric Golston, and Dwayne Saab. The linebackers, Ricky Ross and Travis McDonald. And the secondary, Travis Seaton, Joseph Todd, and the just mentioned Keita Crispino. 1st and 10 for Dallas at the Philadelphia 17-yard line. Yet on a 3-step, looking for 6, and picked off. Joseph Todd steps in front of it. It'll be Philadelphia football.
He timed that perfectly. Joseph Todd just stepped right in front of that and took it away. That's exactly the kind of play the Soul needs.
We are going to take a break, but Philadelphia, the defense comes up with its first turnover this season. Joseph Todd gets the pick. When we return, the offense will take the field.
Of your apartment, Brian. And Frank is so well behaved.
Yeah, we're best buddies. I'm going to grab some Bud Lights.
Okay. You're so cute.
I think you're cute, too.
Talk?
Baby, I do a little bit more than just talk. But let's cut the chit-chat, head upstairs, or we can, you know... Whoa, here he comes. Act natural.
Fresh, smooth, real Bud Light.
I'll be right back.
So how do you feel about back hair?
It's all here.
Wait, you want me to pick up your prescription and I'm snack mom tonight? Okay, no problem. Hi, I'm kind of in a hurry. Can you tell me where the granola bars are?
Sure, come on, I'll show you.
Okay, thank goodness there's a pharmacy in my Acme.
Actually, there's an Acme in my pharmacy.
Oh.
Excuse me, ma'am. I can take you right here.
You don't have to open a special line for me just because I'm on a TV show.
Excuse me, ma'am. I can help you right here.
Wonder what show she's on.
Acme, helping make your life easier.
What a weekend at the Cherry Hill Triplex on Route 70, where this President's Weekend, people filled our showrooms for an incredible $10,000 trade-in sale, where your old car or truck, regardless of its condition, is worth $10,000 cash, or we'll make your first 2 payments. $10,000 for your trade-in. Well, the big day is here. This Monday, President's Day, from 9 to 9, the final day of this incredible $10,000 trade-in sale at the Cherry Hill Triplex on Route 70. Don't miss it.
Maglio Premium Sausage, made fresh and delivered fresh for over 50 years. Look for Maglio Sausage in your local supermarket.
Welcome back to Dallas, Texas, American Airlines Center. Week 2 of the Arena Football League season. Philadelphia trailing 9-7, but they've got the football. And it'll be 1st and 10 from their own 5-yard line.
Coach Triggs going to stay with the game plan here. Look for a little run or a little 3-step drop.
Darren Graham into the game at receiver. He's split out to the right along with, I believe that's Ricky Ross out there. Checking it's Keita Crispina. On the throw this time, Graham gets the football, and he's knocked out of bounds at the 19-yard line.
Well, they proved me wrong there. I guess Coach feels pretty good about the offensive line group he has in right now. They gave him plenty of time.
Football fans, you can still buy season tickets for the remaining 7 home games of the Philadelphia Soul inaugural season. Call 1-888-PHIL-AFL for Soul season ticket information before these games are sold out. Ticket representatives are standing by now. Great crowd in week 1. Looking forward to week 3, getting home next week. Browner with time and misses Keita Crispina. It seems like a miscommunication there. And that will be the final play of the first quarter. As the clock winds down to 0. Well, considering the Soul found themselves down 9-0 very quickly in the first quarter, they rallied back to make it a 2-point game. So 15 minutes of football complete here in Dallas. When we come back, Philadelphia will try to take their first lead. We'll be back after these messages.
I want to be controversial, but I just couldn't take it anymore.
Like all great movements, it started small.
Look at this phone bill. Isn't it outrageous? There has to be something else.
But it was based on a big idea.
It was Vonage's idea.
Use the power of broadband to improve phone service for everyone.
Unlimited calls anywhere in the U.S. and Canada.
Only $34.99 a month.
Vonage is creating change. Change can be very disruptive to the status quo. You plug your phone in here, and your cable or DSL modem in here.
Call 1-877-4VONAGE or visit Vonage.com today.
Now, people are telling other people about Vonage.
Call waiting, free.
Voicemail free.
Caller ID free.
Call forwarding free.
Just $34.99 a month.
Serve their chance.
Keep your phone. Lose your old phone company.
Call 1-877-4VONAGE or visit Vonage.com today.
America needs a phone company that isn't full of itself.
Vonage, the broadband phone company.
Gotta go to Moe's. Gotta go to Moe's, yeah. Gotta go to Moe's. Yeah. Modell's is your arena football headquarters. Where should you go to get your official AFL merchandise? For the best selection of name brand sporting goods, apparel, athletic footwear, and official AFL balls, tees, and more. Gotta go to Moe's. Gotta go to Moe's.
The more you discover about the Hyundai Elantra, the more it makes sense. It's loaded with standard features like AC and power everything. Plus, only Hyundai has America's best warranty, 10 years, 100,000 miles. It's $1,600 less than a Honda Civic LX when comparably equipped. In fact, the 2004 Hyundai Elantra starts at just $12,099. When your car makes this much sense, you win.
For President's Day, get an Elantra with up to $2,500 cash back or 0% APR through March 1st.
This game is sponsored by Vonage, the broadband phone company. Monthly calling plans start at only $14.99. Call 1-877-4VONAGE or visit Vonage.com. By Cherry Hill Nissan, the friendly Nissan giant. And by Bud Light, fresh, smooth, real, it's all here.
Opening play the second quarter. Philadelphia's 2nd and 10 from their own 19-yard line. Crispina in motion. Browner feeling pressure. He's going to throw deep downfield, and he's just getting rid of that football.
There's a flag on the play there. Big number 90, Patrick Scott, just pulled down number 55.
Thank you. Holding. Offense, number 90. Half the distance to the goal. Repeat the down, 2nd down.
Here comes the pass rush. At the end there, number 90. Weatherington just gets a little bit under Patrick Scott's pad, and rather than give up the sack, he pulls him down.
And Patrick Scott, a little bit of extra incentive today. Last year he played for the Dallas Desperados, and he came over to Philadelphia in a trade. And from what we read in an article I read in the Philadelphia Inquirer, he would love to have stayed in Dallas, but he didn't have a great relationship with Joe Avezzano. And Avezzano ends up leaving to go to the Raiders. And so the timing didn't work out right, but it did work out for Philadelphia because Patrick Scott's a pretty good player. player.
Yeah, we absolutely got a better end of that trade.
So it'll be 2nd and 20. Tyrone Jones in motion. He set up the screen to Chris Ryan and he dropped it. Now, Darren, talk about why teams will use the screen in the running game, especially in that part of the field.
Well, the screen right now, basically what's going on is they have to take the pass rush away from Dallas. Dallas is manhandling us up front. There's no two ways about it. There's only one of two ways to take away the pass rush: screen or run.
And it looks like they had it set up pretty good. Because if that one block got made, once Chris Ryan gets rolling, he's a tough guy to bring down.
And sometimes those big guys like to run before they catch the ball.
3rd and 20. All three receivers in the clump formation as Browder surveys the defense. Browder on a 5-step. And looking for Tyrone Jones, and he overthrows his intended target. And a long field goal attempt coming up for Ken Hensley. Again, it seems as though Nick Browder and Tyrone Jones, that's such an important relationship, the quarterback and the offensive specialist. You know, Tyrone did have 2 touchdowns a week ago, but the offensive specialist you can usually count on for 3, 4, 5, even 6 touchdowns in a game.
Yeah, there's absolutely a building process that goes on between the quarterback and his own specialist. And right now, they're struggling a little bit, but those guys work hard, and I think they'll get it together.
55-yard attempt for Ken Hensley. His last attempt was blocked. End-over-end kick. And bounces off the crossbar, and Bobby Scipio's got a great move. Moves to his left. Gets in some space. Still dancing in Philadelphia territory. And Ken Hensley knocks him out of bounds at the Philadelphia 13-yard line. And Bobby Scipio, just a rookie, but this guy can play.
He is making an impact on this league, and quick. This is the difficult part. When you get pinned back like this, and especially after the blocked field goal attempt. Okay, we're going to Bobby Scipio making a shake move right there. And Ken Hensley is getting his baptism, per se, into the Arena Football League, having to make a tackle there.
Ken Hensley was out of football since the year 2000 when he was in training camp with the Minnesota Vikings. And so I'm willing to guess that's the first tackle he's made in quite some time, but did a good job. So Dallas with excellent field position. Gant on the slant, and this time Bobby Scipio drops it. Perfect timing on the throw from Glenn Gant, and Scipio doesn't come up with it. Now, Scipio last year played in AF2, which is the minor league system. Now, it's not like what you're thinking in baseball. There are all these AF2 teams, but there's no direct affiliation between any AF2 team and one of the teams in the Arena Football League. But he played the team in Greensboro, and he was the league Iron Man, which in many ways is the league MVP, the guy who does it on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, and they're very sought after. A guy who can play 2 ways is so valuable in this league.
Will Pettis will be the motion man. Gant looking for Pettis, and that throw is too high. So 3rd down coming up, and when we talked to Coach Trigg when we met with him earlier today, he said that 11 times last week the Philadelphia defense put New Orleans in a 3rd down situation, and 5 of those times they let them off the hook with penalties. And that if you're a defense, this is all you can ask for is to put them in 3rd and 10.
At 3rd and 10, and this is the position. Right now, one of these guys, Ricky Ross, is the team leader right now. He should be telling these guys, stay on sides. Stay on sides. Don't give them anything extra, but bring the heat, fellas. We need the heat.
Philadelphia trailing 9-7. Big play here for Dallas. Gant looking for the end zone. Shelley's open, and he snares it. They're going to say touchdown, Dallas.
Wow, that was an outstanding grab. Outstanding grab. But there was definitely a miscommunication in our secondary. You just should not be that wide open.
So Jason Shelley, who was the go-to target a week ago in their loss, comes up with a touchdown, his 3rd of the season.
Here it comes. I can't see what the DBs are doing, but there's obviously a miscommunication, but that one-handed grab was just outstanding. And to take on the wall, you got to love it.
Jason Wells on for the extra point. And the kick is on the way, and it is good. 10:34 to go in the 2nd quarter. Dallas 16, Philadelphia 7. Good looking drive there for the Desperados. Philadelphia will try to respond when we return.
Welcome to a big, big place to put a giant smile on your face. Cherry Hill Nissan
Nissan dealer is your complete satisfaction. Try us. We'll come through in a giant way for you.
Cherry Hill Nissan, the friendly Nissan giant.
Yeah. Oh.
He's waiting.
Here are the changes for the new hotel plans.
Let's take a look.
We've added a heliport and hot tubs in every room.
It's going to be the hippest hotel in town.
And the suites are...
Here?
If you're not offering your employees Independence Blue Cross, maybe you should.
Coming up on the King of Queens.
People are trying to study.
Carrie's new dude.
Halter top, yes. Driving Miss Daisy Hare, no thank you.
Isn't doing much for Doug.
You don't like my bun? I can't stand it.
They're getting to the root of the problem.
Maybe you would like my bun better if it had powdered sugar on it.
It's hair-raising comedy.
Hey, maybe you can kick back in your rocker and knit something.
Next on the King of Queens.
Monday night at 7 on UPN 57.
Join the Aquatic and Fitness Center today. Locations in Ballackinwood, Northeast Philly, Jenkintown, and Cherry Hill. Call 877-YOUR-GYM for a free trial membership. That's 877-YOUR-GYM.
Dallas to kick it off. Tyrone Jones, the deep man. So far today, Jason Wells has really struggled on his kickoffs. This one a little bit better. Bounces off the crossbar, and Tyrone Jones makes the play. He's dancing around. Breaks the tackle. He's at the 5, the 10. This guy's got wheels. Can he break one more? Into Dallas territory. At the 10, cuts it back. 5, touchdown! Sold!
Unfortunately, I think it's all for naught. I think we got a penalty flag on the play.
Well, I think it may be interference with the ability to make the catch. I thought because the ball caromed off the crossbar, he didn't have enough time before the guy got inside the 5.
Okay. I hope you're right.
Kick catch interference against the kicking team. Player inside the 5-yard line. Before the ball was caught, that penalty is declined. Result of the play, touchdown.
Well, that worked out pretty well because the way the ball caromed, it took a moment for Tyrone to get the football. And I think it was Duke Pettijohn who was already inside the 5-yard line. You have to give the returner a chance to field the ball off the net and then give the ball to Tyrone Jones. He can do the rest. How about those wheels and those feet?
4-2. The man runs a 4-2. It's unbelievable.
And he's 32 years old.
And when I was talking to Ricky Ross on the plane yesterday, that was one of the spots he felt they were vulnerable at. These guys, believe it or not, actually get down too fast on coverage, and which actually creates some lanes when you have the big guys and the fast guys at different levels.
Nice snap. Hamill gets it down, and Hensley able to deliver the extra point. So it's back to a 2-point game. Tyrone Jones, an electrifying kick return, has brought Philadelphia to within 2 points here in Dallas. Stick around. We'll be back with more Arena Football.
Getting married, we'll rent you a tuxedo for as little as $50, which is pretty good, considering her dress probably costs as much as your car.
Rent 4 tuxedos, and the groom's is free.
You're going to like the way you look. I guarantee it.
Bernard learned at a very young age that turning in something used can be both courteous and beneficial. Today he visits FYE before every meal. FYE pays top dollar for used CDs, DVDs, and video games. FYE, for your entertainment. Dan is a happier fellow these days since he sold his tired old DVDs at FYE and picked up the first season of The Sopranos. Very funny, Dan. FYE pays top dollar for used CDs, DVDs, and video games. FYE, for your entertainment.
At Lincoln Hospital, our doctors are in a league all their own. They've carried the ball in advancing the art of heart surgery and heart transplantation, being champions of medical research and cancer detection and treatment, implementing a sound game plan to treat orthopedic injuries. Trust your healthcare needs to a true all-star team. Lincoln Hospital. Our doctors are the main difference.
If you've waited to the last minute to get a new suit, we offer 24-hour tailoring upon request. So relax, we got you covered. Men's Warehouse. You're going to like the way you look. I guarantee it.
Enter the Food for the Soul sweepstakes with your SuperCard purchase at Acme. You could win a $100 Acme gift card and a Soul t-shirt. Acme, helping make your life easier.
So 9:44 remaining, and the clock starts as soon as the ball is set down. Philadelphia trailing 16-14, and we talked about in the open how Tyrone Jones has been a superstar in this league, and now the people in Philadelphia can see why he has been a superstar with that outstanding kick return. Hensley with the kick. It'll be Will Pettis. Lays it cleanly. He's going to take it out to the right side. And Patrick Scott tries to take his head off. And Dallas with pretty good field position. Now first and 10 from their own 17-yard line. Glenn Gant getting the play call from offense coordinator Steve Tunn. And Steve, we talked before the game, one of the really, really good guys in this league.
A great guy, and really knows the offense in this league. He's one of the pioneers of the whole offense in this league.
When he was an offense coordinator with Coach Trigg in Milwaukee, he was a part of a huge turnaround as the team had struggled the year before. And Steve Tunn able to come in and really help out on the offensive side. Will Pettis makes the catch. And then Rick Ross and a gang of Philadelphia Soul defenders put him down. Well, lots of fun stuff going on in the arena, and to learn more about it, let's go down to Rhea Hughes.
Ari, it is a party atmosphere, and you can owe a lot of that to John Bon Jovi. You'd be surprised to find out how much the opponent's owner is loved here. They have a John Bon Jovi cover band here. During breaks, they're giving away signed guitars, signed autographs by him, and also he got a lot of help from Jerry Jones in getting the team here, and he's good friends with Bill Parcells, obviously, the coach of the Cowboys.
So I'm sure John Bon Jovi, like most people in Philadelphia, not a big fan of the Dallas Cowboys. The pitch to Pettis, he's taking it up the right side and breaks the tackle and takes it for 6. Will Pettis, an emerging superstar, gives a stiff arm to Keita Crispina, and Dallas gets the 6 points and now lead 22-14.
That just breaks your heart because it looked like it was going to be mishandled there, and the Soul might have an opportunity to get another turnover. But Will Pettis, being the athlete that he is, grabs it and takes it in for 6.
See at the end of the play here, Will Pettis literally just shoves him off. That's like what you do to me. Jason Wells on for the extra point. Yet sits it down, kick on the way, and it is good. So halfway through the second quarter, and on the Pet Narrows scoreboard, Dallas leads Philadelphia 23-14. We'll be back with more football from Dallas.
Does your company have a temporary need for housing due to training, relocation, or corporate assignments? Let Petinaro Relocation help. A full-service corporate housing specialist, Petinaro Relocation has 5 area rental communities that offer you a choice of luxury high-rise, townhouse, or garden-style apartment, just minutes from Philly and Wilmington. Call 302-999-0708 or log on to PetinaroRelocation.com. Petinaro Relocation.
How do you get to work? When you use SEPTA's network of trains, trolleys, and buses, you avoid traffic hassles and expensive parking. SEPTA gets you almost anywhere, economically and on time. You could get discounts for that commute and save money, too, when your employer offers Commuter's Choice. This host of win-win programs provides great tax advantages to your employer and leaves you more cash. Ask your employer to check out Commuter's Choice or visit SEPTA at www.septa.org/choice.
It's the Subaru All-Wheel Drive Away. Time to get your all-wheel drive Subaru Outback and head for the hills for as little as $235 a month. Or fly through curves with up to $1,500 cash back. Or get style and comfort with 1.9% financing for 60 months. Get to the Subaru All-Wheel Drive Away by March 1st and get your Subaru Outback just the way you want it. Get the deal of your choice on the Outback of your choice at the Subaru All-Wheel Drive Away.
Welcome back to American Airlines Arena. Attention parents with daughters 8 to 18. The Philadelphia Soulmates dance team invites your daughter to experience the thrill of performing live at 3 Philadelphia Soul games. Registration, clinic, and uniform sizing taking place on Sunday, February 2nd at 2 p.m. at the Haverford School, 450 Lancaster Avenue in Haverford, PA. For more information, please call toll-free at 1-800-431-5604. That's 1-800-431-5604.
Thank you very much, Rhea. Jason Wells to kick it off. Ricky Ross, the deep man. And it's bouncing around. Ricky picks it up. He's dancing. He has to try to come out of the end zone. And he takes one step out and gets up to the 3-yard line. Now to explain that. If he gets tackled in the end zone, it's a touchback. It's not a safety. You get the ball at the 5-yard line. But the returning guy has to make an effort to get out of the end zone. So he was dancing around thinking maybe I could stay in here because you could try to fool everybody. But that time he realized he had to. Took that little bit of a step and then was committed to doing it.
So once you take that step, you better come all the way out because if you do get tackled, it is a safety.
So Philadelphia backed up at their own 3-yard line. Dallas's pass rush has been fierce so far this afternoon. So they'll keep it on the ground. And maybe a gain of a yard on the play for Travis McDonald. Travis, the other captain, we already talked about Ricky Ross, and their two styles of captains completely different.
Yeah, absolutely. Travis is kind of a silent leader, where Ricky Ross is a little more verbal. And, you know, these guys have to step up. They have to take it upon themselves to say, hey, listen, guys, let's get it going. Let's get it going right now.
Well, the guys up front have a real challenge going up against the defensive line for Dallas. 2nd and 9 for Nick Browder in the offense. Browder has time. Pump fake. He's going to go up the right side. And Ricky Ross unable to catch up to it.
The pressure's just, you know, the guys are not giving them any time. Number 55, Lance Cullen, he gets beat on the inside by big number 40, Kevin Aldridge. The field position is so huge. The return becomes so huge in this game right now, especially the way Dallas is bringing it. They needed to be out at least to the 15. Right now, Dallas is just going to pin their ears back. They're going to bring it with 3 right now.
So is this a time where maybe you think about going to a screen pass, send your receivers deep, let the defensive line come up and try to use that, especially that's more of a safe play in this part of the field?
Yeah, I think it's a safe play, but the screen play right now will probably be taken away because I don't believe Kevin Aldridge will come on the rush.
Browder on a 5-step will get out to Darren Graham. Gets a block. He's dancing in the middle of the field. Stays on his feet in Dallas territory. Across the 15, and it'll be 1st and goal at the 5-yard line. So Darren Graham comes up with a big play.
You gotta love it, man. You know, every time things look down for these guys, they play with a lot of heart. These guys just keep coming back and fighting. Here we go. We're gonna go to the replay. Nick Browder gives it to pump fake, lays it out to Darren, makes a nice move. Whoop. One more, number 3. Beats Anthony Ladd. Oh, great block to give him an extra 15 yards.
1st and goal. Darren Graham, 3rd-year player out of Indiana. You see his numbers today. Little sideline screen to Graham. Wants to cut it back across the field, and he gets jacked. Chad Pegues. Well, talk about a mismatch. You've got Darren Graham, who weighs 185 pounds, and you've got Chad Pegues, who weighs 285.
Coming all the way across the field like that is not the place you want to do. Darren Graham coming across, and big number 94 is just waiting for him. Wow.
That was a good, clean hit, too. Here's another look at it. Ouch. So 2nd goal now. Ross, the motion man in the slot. Browder's looking for him, and Ross cannot make the catch again. Browder had to get rid of it a little bit quicker than he wanted to.
Even on the 3-step, man, these guys really have to take it upon themselves to step it up and give some time.
All right, Coach Kenny, 3rd and goal. Outside the 8-yard line. What are you thinking here?
You got to go for the end zone. This is not running territory. It is pull-down territory, though.
Make some noise!
Graham and Ross to the left. Jones to the right. will throw. Tyrone Jones has got it. 360 into the end zone. Touchdown, sold.
That's a Philadelphia touchdown.
Great time. Great time. Nick Browder just took a couple steps back, let Tyrone Jones clear, and laid it right in there.
Browder had time. And he just spins around Tyrone Jones. Such a good athlete.
He is outstanding. Absolutely outstanding. Dwayne Saab might have got away with a little bit of hold there, but that's all right. We'll take it.
Ken Hensley on for the extra point attempt. High snap. Hamill sits down. Kick on the way, and it is good. So 2:22 to go till halftime. Dallas leading Philadelphia 23-21 on the Pettinaro scoreboard. Well, things usually get interesting in the final minutes of the half. We'll see what happens when we come back.
You can get me Essentia. Essentia. Trust me, it's good.
Patricia Heaton is positively nuts for something called Essentia. Find out.
What's Essentia?
Introducing Essentia, raising taste to a whole new level, one incredible recipe at a time.
Try one. All this over a cookie? It's 43% chocolate.
Essentia, exclusively at Acme.
Anyone see my bonnet?
Welcome back, everyone. Ari Wolf, Darren Kinney. Dallas leading Philadelphia 23-21. Remember, Philadelphia trailed 9-0. They've worked themselves back into this game, and things can change so quickly in arena football. You've played for 11 years, and really in this kind of a game, you gotta just try to be consistent and keep hoping that good things will happen, because you never know what's going to happen with turnovers or the way the ball can carry them off the net.
It's an absolute emotional roller coaster, this game is. One time you'll be up 14, the next you're down 7, so you have to stay the course.
The kick from Hensley. And then Bobby Scipio on the return. Off the right side, now he wants to cut it back. Has a little steam, dances out to his left. He finally runs out of real estate at
Bobby
the 18-yard line.
On the return, out to the 17-yard line. That's a Desperados first down.
Bobby Scipio is going to quickly help the Dallas fans forget about Diallo Burks and Andy McCullough, who are no longer here.
He's absolutely made a huge impact on this game. Special teams, wide receiver-wise, he's the next up-and-coming star in this league.
Well, they got Will Pettis, who's over 6 feet tall, and you got Bobby Scipio at 6'3", Jason Shelley at 6'2". I mean, you've really got some big targets out there. Anthony Ladd in the game right now. He's in motion right slot. Yeah, rolling out. Going to go down the field, and Scipio's got it. Drilled from behind by Travis Seaton. Scipio able to go up and get it.
We've been talking about him all day. The coverage was there, but Scipio just makes a nice turnaround grab. He is fun to watch. Here we go. Take a look at it again. Gant rolls out to his right. Pump fakes. Looking for Scipio. Throws a little bit behind him. Scipio comes back and makes the play. Outstanding.
So 1st and 10 at the Philadelphia 12-yard line. And we have reached the 1-minute warning. Just 60 seconds remaining here in the first half. Now the 1-minute timing rules go into effect, and we will explain those when we come back, as those are very similar to the college football timing rules. Back with the final minute of the first half after these messages.
I'm John Bon Jovi, the co-owner of the Philadelphia Soul in the Arena Football League. We've teamed up with Vonage, the broadband phone company, to help Druding center Project Rainbow, a program for homeless women and their children. Vonage will make a generous contribution for each Soul fan who signs up for Vonage by the end of the season. Monthly calling plans starting as low as $14.99. It's a big win for everyone. Make a call for the homeless at 1-877-4VONAGE or online at vonage.com/JBJ. Thanks for your help.
We are lost. You keep complaining. I'm losing faith in your sense of direction.
We're on our way. Who's there? 6 girls? 6 girls.
Does one of them know where we are? Oh, great.
Break glass in case of adventure.
We're in a Nissan Armada. Everyone can roll with us. We're going to the party now.
Can I please drive now? I'd love to drive.
Presenting the full-size Nissan Armada.
We're back here. It's a 1-minute warning in Dallas. Now, the timing is so different in the final 60 seconds because it becomes like the college rules. An incomplete pass, the clock stops. A player with the football goes out of bounds, the clock stops. It becomes just like the game that people are used to watching at home, whereas during the first 29 minutes of the half, basically the clock is winding all the time.
And then the 1-minute rule changes for the second half.
Jason Shelley will be the motion man. All three receivers to the left. All day to throw, and he just throws that one away.
Outstanding coverage downfield. They had that. Gann had no place to throw that ball.
So here the clock stops with just under 56 seconds to go in the first half.
Now the rule changed in the 1-minute rule in the second half. The team that is winning cannot take a knee to end the clock. They have to get positive yards or the clock stops, thus giving the losing team extra time on the clock and an opportunity to score again.
Well, that's why the Arena Football League prides itself that so many of the games are decided in the final minute. Second and 10. Gant going to the end zone, and that's incomplete. They want a flag, but there was no contact.
For number 11.
It was inadvertent. Joseph Todd with good coverage. It seemed like Gant just kind of lost that one a little bit, kind of fell off to his left side.
I thought the coverage was outstanding. Here we go. Let's take a look. Gant drops back, looking for someone, throws it out there, and actually the turf, I think the turf monster got Joseph Todd. I don't think there was any contact there at all.
When we first got here in the building today, the turf was in really poor shape, but then it seemed they did some work on it, but there are still some bumps there. So third down, big play here for the Philadelphia defense. Gant throws, got a man wide open, Jason Shelley for the touchdown.
As good as the coverage was the last 3 plays, Jason Shelley was certainly wide open on that play.
Jason Shelley now with 2 touchdowns here in the first half, as we'll take another look.
Gant's back. He was looking at Shelley's way all day. He wasn't taking his eyes off Shelley.
Here's another look, and really nobody anywhere near Jason Shelley. Jason Wells with the kick, and it is good. So 30-21. Dallas. Philadelphia still with plenty of time. Now, for those of you new to arena football, you think 46 seconds isn't enough time. 46 seconds is more than enough.
It's an eternity in this league. It's an absolute eternity. I've seen 21-point swings in 46 seconds in this game. You know, it's just like we talked about. The offensive specialist and the quarterback need to gel. So does the defensive specialist in this league. Right now, there's some miscommunications obviously going on between the 3 guys. They need time to gel, too. They haven't played together. Travis Seaton is new to the squad. So, you know, give these guys some time to gel, and hopefully things will come together.
And explaining the secondary, you've got 2 players who only ever play defense. They're the defensive specialists. Then you have one more defensive back who is a 2-way player who will play wide receiver and defensive back. So, really, those same 2 guys are always back there. And that communication is so important. Now, with the way Philadelphia set up their defense so far, it's been the same 3 guys basically since the opening snap of the first game. You have Travis Seaton, Joseph Todd, and then the 2-way guy is Keita Crispina, who earlier in his career was just a defensive specialist. All 3 of those guys with plenty of experience.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Travis Seaton is young. He's young to this game. He spent some time with San Jose last year. He's definitely got the talent, but he's learning the game still. And he's also learning how Keita plays and Joseph plays. So
with no preseason games, just preseason scrimmages. Once the Arena Football League 2 seasons ago went to a 16-game schedule, they took away the preseason games, and I think it's hard to judge teams until now, the 4th or 5th week, because you need time to play out there. Put the lights on, get in the arena. It's different than it is at practice.
I would absolutely agree. A lot of times during camp, you're just trying to get through camp and make the squad. It's a different story when you're going up against someone else.
Tyrone Jones gets to the outside in Dallas territory.
And
now we've got a little bit of extracurriculars. Jeff Chase Throws down Joseph Todd. Flags all over.
3 flags on the play.
That is crucial. That is crucial. They get a big return like that, get excellent field position with 40 seconds left on the clock. You don't want to make a penalty like that. Hopefully it'll be offsetting.
Jeff Chase, that was a good old-fashioned wrestling takedown as he threw the much smaller player Joseph Todd to the turf. And the officials had talked this one over and tried to sort it out.
Take a look.
Philadelphia returns home next week to take on the Columbus Destroyers. That game at the Wachovia Spectrum at 7:30.
After the play, personal foul. 20 of the receiving team. Personal foul, 66 of the kicking team. Those penalties were offset. First down.
Well, we will take a look at the replay of the run back. Great blocking, and Tyrone Jones was able to get it out to the right side. See if we see what happens after the play. Yeah, that's a cheap shot there from Joseph Todd. But he actually, like you said, kind of gets lucky because it's offsetting penalties.
You don't want to take away field position like that. It's so crucial to have good field position, especially when Dallas is bringing it like they are.
1st and 10 for Philadelphia. The ball just shy of midfield. They trail by 9 points. Browder on a 3-step. Gets it to Tyrone Jones. And picked up, let's say, about 8 yards on the play to bring up 2nd short. The clock winding down. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Philadelphia has all 3 timeouts left.
2nd down.
And I think Philadelphia is going to use their first timeout.
This is a 30-second.
This is another interesting part of the game. In this arena football game, you know, in the outdoor game, you want to score right away. In this game, you want to take some time off the clock, not allowing Dallas the last opportunity to score before you go into halftime.
So we are here at the Bud Light timeout, and it is true. I mean, if you're Philadelphia in this instance, you want to score on the final play of the half. Because in this crazy game of arena football, you give another team even one crack at it, and I'm sure in all your days, 11 years of playing, you've seen in a final play of the half or the final play of the game, another team can come back and get a touchdown.
It's crucial. It's absolutely crucial. This game is all about possessions. You don't want to give the team the last opportunity to score, whether it's the first half or the second half.
So Nick Browder gets the play call. 2nd and short.
We got to stop him. We got to rock the house. You know what to do.
Compton and Ross split to the left. Jones alone on the right. Ross will be the motion man in the slot. Browder with time, and now has to get rid of it. And gets it to Tyrone Jones, who has the first down. And depending on where they spot the football, it may be 1st and goal. It's very close to the 10-yard line. Well, it is just shy of the 10-yard line as we take another look.
Browder's looking. Takes a little out pattern, gets out on the sideline. It's a smart play. Take some time off the clock, get the first down, keep the drive going.
And they gave him enough time to go to his second read. And that's what's critical. I mean, if he really wants to get in a rhythm, it's up to the guys up front. They're doing a nice job on this drive.
You won't be surprised if you see the Soul Train get the ball in this series.
Little sideline screen to Tyrone Jones. And Jermaine Jones sniffed it out right away. So a loss on the play. And Philadelphia gets a timeout with 18 seconds to go in the half. So they're left with just 1 timeout.
I understand the play call there. I really do. Try to take away that pass rush, but you have to make sure you get out of bounds. You don't want to waste that timeout.
Another Bud Light timeout here in Dallas, Texas. Hopefully this will be the start of a great rivalry between Philadelphia and Dallas, because certainly the one in the NFL has been a great rivalry for a long time. Now, Ricky Ross has been pretty quiet here in the first half. He's a guy with his athleticism and size. You know, you throw something on a fade or something into the corner, let him go up and play a jump ball against one of the smaller defensive backs.
I think you're going to see that. I think they're going to take another play out here, run a little out, probably get it to the 5, and then they'll go up high.
So just 18 seconds to go in the half. The fans having a good time here at the American Airlines Center. Tyrone Jones, the motion man. Browder with all day to throw. Go for the end zone. Ricky Ross is there and cannot come up with it. Got to make that catch. Beautiful throw from Nick Browder. That was just what we talked about. That kind of play. Get it to Ricky Ross in the corner of the end zone.
There we go. Nick Crowder drops back, takes a look, lays it out there. Ricky Ross is the only guy to get it up high, trying to keep his feet in bounds, and I think he just took his eye off the ball.
He makes that catch 9 out of 10 times.
Ready?
Hey, I would come right back to that play.
Yep.
Absolutely come back to that play.
2, 3.
Philadelphia needs some points. They trail by 9. Ross in motion. Browder. The pressure is coming. He scrambles. And he's going to get hit and take it down. The ball is loose, and it's picked up by Bobby Scipio. But there is a flag at the 7-yard line.
Number 1, Bobby Scipio.
There's just a little more than a second left in the half, and another flag comes down.
Philadelphia is indicating it's on Dallas.
We will wait and let the officials figure this out, but then it's going to be an interesting decision with just 1 second to go in the half. Do you trot out Ken Hensley and go for the field goal attempt, or do you take another shot at the end zone?
That's a tough call. I think I take the points right now. I think I go for the field goal. Although you have to think about, if Hensley misses that kick, it's off the net, it's a live ball, and especially with a guy like Scipio, you don't want to give him another opportunity to make a play.
And another thing to keep in mind is Dallas will get the football at the start of the second half.
Right.
And now we'll get an explanation.
There were 2 fouls against the defense. Holding number 23 defense. That penalty is declined. Personal hit number 66 defense. That penalty is enforced. After the goal, automatic first down.
That is huge. That is huge. Jeff Chase. That's his second personal foul, isn't it?
Yeah, he was involved in the altercation with Joseph Todd on the special teams play. As you see Browder able to scramble, showing some of that athleticism.
You definitely want to get rid of the ball, though. And it looks like he was trying to get rid of the ball, but the rush was there. Ooh, looks like a little spearing by Jeff Chase there at the end.
Henry Taylor wanting an explanation as he's got the helmet off, and it looks like Coach Trigg has decided to attempt a field goal as Ken Hensley is out on the field. And Will McClay, the head coach for Dallas, now looking for an explanation. A longtime defensive coordinator in the league. Total of 14 years in the Arena Football League for Will McClay, including the last 2 years as the defensive coordinator right here in Dallas. Yeah, talk about a tough position. He becomes head coach just a couple days before the season starts. But Joe Avezzano, you know, said from day one, when he got another crack at the NFL, he was leaving. So I don't think that part came as any surprise to the people here in Dallas.
And I think Joe was also being educated by Will McClay while he was here.
The holding will be enforced. Half the distance to the goal, automatic first down.
Well, this should be the final play of the half.
This becomes a huge call with the way the game's been going. Weatherington blocks that field goal attempt. You know, we've had some trouble on the snaps last week.
The field goal has been high today. John Hamill, the backup quarterback, the holder's done a really nice job. This will be a 22-yard attempt for Ken Hensley. And Hamill looking over the bench area to see whether they should use the timeout. And they will use the timeout.
Now, it may seem weird that Philadelphia called a timeout, but when you play in arena football, the kicker has no room to loosen up. So when you call a timeout like that, Hensley can actually loosen up his leg a little bit. There's no real icing in this league. If you ice, it's actually counterproductive. But since Ken is kicking, I understand why Trick called the timeout.
Need these points here, trailing by 9 points. You can go into the locker room trailing by 6 points, you know, within a touchdown. So Ken Hensley, who tried out when the team was out in San Jose. And Brian Gallen's unable to kick with the injury. High snap, Hamill gets it down. The kick from Hensley is no good. And Jason Shelley has it. And he'll be wrapped up by Eric Golston. So Philadelphia does not come up with any points there at the end of the half. And they will head to the locker room trailing 30-21.
Philadelphia 21.
Rhea Hughes is trotting out onto the field. She's going to try to track down the quarterback for the Philadelphia Soul, Nick Browder. A disappointing finish to the half there, Darren.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, you would have liked to have some points on the board. Just some sloppy play there towards the end. You have to be smart.
Yep.
All right, let's send it down to Rhea Hughes. Rhea?
Nick Nick, it appeared you guys were having a little trouble with their pass rush. What is some of the things that you guys, adjustments you can make in the second half to negate that?
We just have to, basically, they're not doing anything that we're not expecting. You know, it's just within us. We have to deep down and want to play. And it's a man-on-man game, and we just got to be a better man up there, basically.
One of the things that hurt you guys last week were a lot of penalties. A lot better at it this week, just 2, 1 on offense in the first half. A little bit more disciplined?
Oh, yes, definitely. Coach stressed that. You know, we can't beat ourselves out here. Like I said, it's a man-on-man game, and a better man's got to win the game. We can't let the penalties and the officials dictate who's going to determine the outcome.
Okay, Nick, thanks a lot. Back to you, Ari.
Thank you very much, Rhea. And it's interesting because Nick Browder was about as big a question mark as the team had in training camp, and now here we're through a game and a half, and he's been pretty solid.
I think he's been rock solid. I really do. I don't think Nick is costing them any opportunity. Right now, it's all on the offensive line. They have to give Nick more time.
All right, we are going to take a break, and then we will come back with halftime festivities. Philadelphia trailing Dallas 30-21.
This game is brought to you by SEPTA, by Acme, helping make your life easier, and by Friendly Rent-A-Car.